What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be talking about NIO's new partnership. This is very big news. This is going to allow NIO to get their battery swapping stations out into the market in a much greater fashion than what was previously expected. So be sure to be on the lookout for some pieces of news that come out about this partnership over the next couple of weeks, because not a lot of news outlets have been talking about this partnership, and this is very big news. We also received word that NIO is going to be competing in the mass production market. They are going to be creating a new vehicle to compete in this market. So this is very big news coming up for NIO, all of which you need to keep in mind as a NIO investor. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull valued up to $1,800, if you just deposit $100 into your brokerage account, make sure you click on that link in my description or in the pinned comment, and all you have to do is set up an account and deposit $100 or more in order to get these 2 free stocks. Now, Webull is the brokerage that you guys see me use in all of my videos. It's absolutely amazing. It's kind of the in-between between Robinhood and TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim in terms of what the brokerage allows you to do. It is more advanced than Robinhood, but it is more simple to use than TD Ameritrade. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you go take a look and click on those links in my description to sign up. And if you guys enjoy the information I provide for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So taking a look at the chart of NIO, we can see that the stock has been on a steep downtrend. The overall market was selling off. We've been over that a lot in these videos, and we found a bottom in the low 30s at 32.40 about. The stock actually went down to 31.91, as we can see here. But we had a sharp bounce off of these lows, and NIO is now trading at $45.36 at the current time that I am recording this video. Now, a lot of options traders are extremely bullish on NIO going forward as well. If we take a look at the option chain, there is some pretty unusually high open interest on some specific strikes on the March 19th expiration date for 2021. Now, this is going to be next week, so these expire very soon, and you can see that these contracts are taking a big hit today. That's what happens when you buy options contracts with little time to expiration and when they are super far out of the money. So you can see that these $50 strikes have an open interest of about 40,149, and we can see that the volume that was traded on these contracts today was 15,651. That is a very substantial amount of contracts, and when Monday comes around, we should see this open interest number jump up a significant amount. Now, if it does not, we are going to know that a lot of these contracts traded were selling volume, and these contracts have been closed. Now, taking a look a little bit further out, the 55s have a pretty high open interest. In the 60s also have a very high open interest, which means that these are essentially the amount of contracts that are out in the market that have not been exercised or closed. So you can interpret that as these are the amount of contracts that are being held in people's brokerage accounts right now. So now let's get into this first really big piece of news for NIO. So coming over here, we can see that NIO shares experience bullish momentum as the euphoria around a possible deal with Sinopec for battery swap 2.0 stations continues to grow. Now, I've shown you guys a couple of tweets in my previous NIO videos, and essentially what those have said is that the first NIO Sinopec battery swapping station will be coming to the Beijing Sinopec gas station in the middle of April. Now, this is the first one that's starting to come out. And if we take a look at this article, NIO investors are anticipating a highly lucrative deal with Sinopec, the largest network of gasoline service stations in China. They have about 30,000 of these gas stations all across China. So according to local Chinese media reports, NIO may strike a strategic partnership with Sinopec, which would see its second generation battery swap stations deployed across the Sinopec network. Now, coming down further, we can see that recently it has been reported that Waylay, which is NIO's local name, first generation swap station is expected to be officially launched at Beijing's Sinopec gas station on April 15th. So in addition, NIO will also reach a strategic cooperation collaboration agreement with Sinopec. So right now the deal is they are going to do one battery swap station in the Beijing gas station, and then they are looking to expand into the future. And we can see with NIO planning to build at least 500 battery swap 2.0 stations across China. In my opinion, NIO's partnership with Sinopec is going to enable them to greatly exceed this 500 battery swapping stations, since Sinopec has 30,000 gas stations across the United States. If NIO was able to even just put 5 to 10% of get 5 to 10% of the Sinopec gas stations to have a NIO battery swap station, that would mean that we would see about 1,500 to 3,000 battery swapping stations all across China just by the end of 2021. Now, it could take a couple of years for this to happen, but I think that this 500 number is relatively low for the year 2021, especially with how fast NIO has been growing so far. We've seen the delivery numbers massively ramp up. They keep coming out with new vehicles and new technology, and this would not surprise me one bit if they were to be able to greatly exceed this 500 battery swapping station number. Now let's talk about NIO's new vehicle, which they are planning on rolling out in the next couple of years. Now this is actually going to be very interesting. So coming down here, this is going to be a Deutsche Bank research article with research analyst Edison Yu. We've seen him a lot in the news media outlets, giving a lot of aggressive price targets for NIO. So we hosted NIO's CFO, Stephen Fang, for virtual investor meetings yesterday. So as we can see, this was put out on March 11th. So this is yesterday. In the near term, management remains confident in its demand trajectory, reaffirming it does not see Tesla MIC Model Y materially hurting sales. Looking ahead, NIO outlined a multifaceted growth roadmap with increasing volumes and higher software/services usage. That is going to be their battery as a service and their partnership with NVIDIA for the autonomous driving. In respect to volume, NIO is formulating plans to enter the mass market segment in the next few years with a new brand in China, which will be positioned similar to Tesla's upcoming Model 2, i.e. the $25,000 vehicle. That is huge news. So NIO, if they are able to create somewhat of a spin-off company under the NIO umbrella with a mass production segment in mind, we are going to see NIO's sales massively increase, since these cars are going to be more affordable to the everyday person. At the current time, NIO is operating within the luxury market. Now, even though their cars are not overly expensive and NIO is giving a lot of incentives to their customers to purchase their cars, them entering the mass market would be a huge advancement. So NIO's core business will always be focused on the premium ownership experience, but the CFO made it very clear the company is formulating plans to enter higher volume, lower price point segments in the next few years with a new brand. This new brand will essentially be positioned similar to Tesla's future Model 2 as smart electric vehicle offerings trickle down to the mass market. By using a separate brand, the existing NIO brand can maintain its premium reputation while the company goes after higher growth and believes it can deliver differentiation through technology and user experience. This is actually very smart of NIO to do, in my opinion. Now, taking this back into the overall car market, we've seen car companies such as Maserati, Lamborghini, Porsche, Rolls-Royce, and a couple of other car companies start to come out with models that are more tailored to daily driving. And a lot of people are under the impression that this actually diminishes the actual value of the cars that they are producing. Because typically, these car manufacturers produce supercars, and then when they pivot into these everyday driver trucks, the value of their brand gets tarnished. Now, that is really just an opinion, and really what it does when these car manufacturers come out and say that they are going to be producing a car that is more available to a broader market, their sales numbers and revenue will increase. But NIO separating their brand into a smaller subsidiary, but keeping it under the NIO umbrella is very smart in my opinion. They are going to be more focused on actually getting this product out into the market, because they're not going to have the same individuals under the current NIO brand working on also creating a mass market product. This is a very smart move for NIO and is going to massively boost the valuation since they are essentially going to be having an entire separate company under the NIO umbrella, which could be valued completely separately, but add to the overall NIO valuation. Now, coming back over to the chart of NIO, we can see that the share price is still trading much further off of the highs than a lot of investors would like to see. This creates a massive buying opportunity still for NIO since the stock is currently trading at the $45 price point and has the potential to rip back up into the 60s in a matter of weeks. Now, nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. These are for educational and entertainment purposes only. But again, if you are bullish on the NIO for the long term and the electric vehicle segment as a whole, this is still a great time to add to your NIO position. Or if you haven't already gotten into NIO, this is a good time to initiate a position. So that is going to be it for this update on NIO. Again, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull, make sure you check out that link in my description or in the pinned comment. All you have to do is set up a new account, deposit $100, and you get 2 free stocks valued up to over $1,800. And after you deposit your money, you can do whatever you like with those stocks, sell them, take them to another brokerage, anything that you would like. So that is going to be it for this update on NIO. I hope you guys are having a really profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.